Welcome back to Fighter Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at the macro chart of Bitcoin, the monthly chart. That's what you see in front of you here. We have the 2017 peak back here, our 2021 tops, double tops, and where we are now. So we're looking at a very simple chart. We have Bollinger Bands, moving averages, and volume at the bottom, and that's it. We're also going to look at some indicators on the monthly and look at prior cycles versus this cycle. We're going to see where we are. Why are we doing this? I'm glad you asked. I've been seeing some large accounts on social media claiming that maybe we're getting ready to go parabolic over the next several months. And I'm here to make this video to show you the evidence that why I think that's not the case. And I am in the personal boat of a 2025 Bitcoin top. So 18 months, give or take, a couple months on either side, probably airing towards later, if anything. So mid 2025 or a little bit later. That's kind of the boat that I'm in for a Bitcoin top. And let me show you why. Let's get right to it. So let's start off on the indicators, right? Let's be blatantly obvious about where we are, right? So Bollinger Band squeezing here currently, right? We're looking at the current move. And I apologize for this being a little bit small, but I want to squeeze all these indicators in, and it's important. So if you have any questions, want to see something addressed more, let me know below. But let's keep going, right? RSI, right, on the top here, this green, right? Look how high these numbers are. We're looking at mid 90s to upper 90s on the monthly chart, right? For the 2017 top. Okay, how about RSI here for the 2019, 2021 run, right? Where do we top RSI here? Still well above 90 and above 80. See this dotted line? That's 80. I mean, look how long we spent above 80 in 2017 from April to December, right? That's a hell of a long time to be that strong. Look where we are now, right? And yes, that's not the top, right? Do I think this is the top? Of course not. But look how long this takes, right? To really make the hit, right? To really keep it going, right? Okay, so maybe you're not convinced just yet. Okay, what is a bigger issue, right? Well, let's look at the ADX and the I down here. This will start to make sense, right? Let me just tell the story, okay? ADX and the I, right? You have your positive, right? We're there. We've crossed. We actually just crossed in, late September, October. When October updated, we crossed bullish. What is the glaring difference here? And it's not the DI here, right? The positive DI, but look how divergent these are from each other. The red to the green, right? Just look at that for now, right? From 2017. Look how divergent they are here, right? Look at the start. I mean, you have to go way the hell back to see, before 2015 to get to where we are kind of now, right? Okay, but how about even here? Let's say we're here. Do you think we're here? We potentially could be, with inside of 12 months. That would be like kind of the earliest case, but we'd have to really almost enter up-only mode here in the next handful of months, which I do not think is going to happen. And again, we'll get to that, the biggest elephant in the room on that fact momentarily. But look at this, the ADX and the I. ADX is half of this. That's the orange line. So let's double click on this and make it a little bit bigger, right? So 2017, look at your ADX. It's at 82 at the peak, right? Look how straight up that goes, right? Your average directional index. Which way is that going? Up, right? And look how high it tops, right? Okay, maybe you're catching on to what I'm going to point out here. Look at your average directional index here. Look at where the rally starts, right? The rally starts and then just goes up. Rally starts and then just goes up. Where are we now, right? We have at least a year to go based on this, right? We only have 2 data points here. So again, if we had 10 or 20, it'd be a little bit more strong. But I mean, look at the evidence here. Look at the ADX now. We've just started. Right? We've just started based on the facts. We're just now diverging. We've just really been bullish for a handful of months here. The ADX is still at 10, like a 10, 11, like stupid low. We haven't, look at where we started here, right? We're being in lower highs, which is likely from increased money capital coming in, right? What's harder to control, right? On volatility wise, $10 million market cap is much more volatile and easy to sway than a $10 trillion market cap, right? So diminishing returns, lower volatility as cycles lengthen, right? As we continue on through the years, less volatility, right? That hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So let's be crystal clear on that, right? ADX and DI is just beginning, right? We're not going into blow off top mania, and we're still going to address the big hitter, the obvious one, and maybe the simplest one. But let's look at this one. Look how long we remain overbought here, right? Over a year, right? From January 2017 to February 2018, overbought, right? This is why, being overbought on the RSI or all the, everything, Bitcoin's overbought. Really, is it? It can last there for a year. There's the proof of it, right? Overbought for a year as prices were still going up, right? So Bitcoin price way back over here when Bitcoin was overbought and you had to get out, right? It was at $900. Okay. It went to 20,000 or 14,000, right? No, 20,000, right? 20,000 for the tippy top, right? We closed at 14,000, but the tippy top was 20,000, but you were overbought at 900. Keep these ludicrous numbers in mind, right? Okay. Next time, 2020, we started getting overbought in November of 2020. If you recollect, we didn't actually peak for a year. That was after our first overbought on the monthly. We're just now green, right? We have a lot of time. So do not panic, do not FOMO. This is not generally the good time to be going all in on anything, right? We're a little I say overbought. We're getting a little high, right? We're by definition we're high on the monthly Bollinger Band, right? How many candles do you see out here poking outside of the monthly Bollinger Bands? Right? You're like, well, you're right there, Chase. Well, we've just addressed that we're not in this phase. So if we're not in this phase, it's unlikely, right? Go look at 2017, right? Let's zoom in. 2017. How many candles do you see outside in a row above the monthly Bollinger Bands? Well, here's one where we just started it. Right back to the EMA 8 on the monthly. Got outside again. One and closed all the way back to the EMA 8 on the monthly. Press up again. EMA 8 on the monthly. Press up again, right? But this is final phase, right? This is final phase. We're not in this phase. Very not likely. Not very likely, right? So, but the Bollinger Bands do look strong. I agree with you there. We're above all moving averages. I do like it. It does look strong. But one thing is even more glaring than everything I've said before. What do you see it? And now, if you've been looking at Bitcoin for a long time, you've been in this market, hopefully you're starting to see what I see, right? So if we're not in this cycle, and we're certainly not in the last, remember, these are monthly candles. So here's your final year right here, right? Here's your final year right here, right? Okay, so what's the difference? It's in the secret sauce is in the volume. Look at the volume. This blue line, that's our average volume. You want to be noting that. If you don't have that, you can add that to your volume. You just right-click your volume, hit your settings, and you want a moving average of that, right? Or just, it should be there. If you need more help, it should be pretty self-explanatory. Just add that on there. Why? I'm glad you asked. Look at these green bars, right? In these final phases. Are they above or below that moving average? You want your volume higher than average for these final phases and busting through it, right? That's what you're getting. These lead ups, right? Could we be here? Yeah, but look how long, right? Look how long this was, right? We had, over a year, right? 18 months really from this area. So if we're in this area, maybe, could we be in like something similar to this? Sure, I'll take that. But look at the drop, right? From the high back to the EMA 8 on the monthly is almost a 30% drop, okay? From the high, where we are now, roughly, because we're zoomed way out here, back to the EMA 8 on the monthly is, 26% plus, almost a 30% drop, right? So maybe we're here. Look at the volume. That rhymes with where we are. Look at where we are now. On the final phases, you're going to have volume much higher than the average volume. Look at the next phase, right? You can put this on the BLX and go look every single time on Bitcoin when it starts its parabolic move, the volume is punching through the average, right? That's what you would want, right? Everyone's coming back at that point, right? New retail money's coming in at that point. This is the proof. Follow this on the monthly chart, and once we start to break through, we're very likely starting to enter our final phase. Now, that could last, what we've seen, a year, right? So keep that in mind when everyone's thinking that the end is coming in the next couple of months. No, right? No, we're not. We're just starting. Look at the monthly chart. Look at the monthly indicators that I've shown you. That's your evidence, right? Stop buying into the FOMO hype. We have a long ways to go. I would highly suspect we're going to tap this EMA 8 on the monthly many times. And if we do it anytime soon, we're looking at 20 to 30% to the downside from current prices. Okay? Throwing that out. Hopefully this helped you, right? Not a lot of views on my Bitcoin videos, which is why I've done less of them, but I've got a couple of requests over the past couple of days to do some Bitcoin videos. So here it is, right? So if you're in that group and you're watching this, kudos to you. You're probably going to do well, much better than your colleagues that are going to be getting into crypto in a year from now when we're entering that final phase. So one other glaring thing that we need to overcome is the Fisher transform on the monthly. It is curved up, right? Not a whole lot of fake outs here, right? Maybe right here, a glitch. Maybe we're doing something similar to this or a mirror image of this. But look at the highs, right? The lower highs. Once Bitcoin enters its final phase of the bull run, it's very likely going to break through this. But maybe we're doing a mirror image of this where we down, head fake, and then continue, right? Up, head fake, and then continue. We could do that, right? That would be great. But there's not likely, right? Not likely because all the things we've just talked about. I think we're going to peak likely earliest case scenario, July of 2025. Pardon the Picasso perfect circle round line here. So I'm in the boat of peaking somewhere in here, right? And now I'm not saying Fisher transform, but for the dates, right? We're looking at July 2025 to potentially January 2026, which is be about 2 years from now. We have time. We have time. The charts aren't going to lie to you, right? We're looking at the charts. They're not the same as they were any previous cycle based on volume, RSI, MFI, Fisher transform, ADX and DI especially. This one should be slapping you in the face, right? And then we have the smart money concepts. So if you want this one, you have to pay for it, right? They're letting me use it because I talk about it time to time. But I think I can get you like a 30% discount. You get like 20 different things with this. So a lot of included with Chart Prime. That's what this one is. Again, I have a 30% discount if you want that. If not, no big deal. I'm happy to talk about it in my videos. What else do I got? Any questions? Let me know. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Not a lot of people look at the macro scale like this. So if you want to do more videos like this time to time, let me know in the comments, right? I can only go based on what y'all tell me. Y'all, I'm from the South. All right, let's get to our quote of the day. Nothing can have value without being an object of utility by Senor Marx. Car of the day, Dodge Viper, one of the newer ones. This one's kind of specced out, a little bit more of a custom hood, custom canards up front, carbon fiber everywhere. Saw this in person at Amelia Island a couple years ago, right? Looked like cute little license plate, pet snake 2. So I assume he's either got another one or has had one before this, right? Obviously. Pretty sweet car. Dodge Viper, one of the best American looking cars in my opinion. I think I'd pick this over the Corvette. What do you think? I mean, Corvette's pretty nostalgic for America. I get it, right? Don't shoot me in the comments for that one, but all right. I take it back. Corvettes only. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you found this helpful. Maybe we'll do something else next. Let me know your requests. What you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of, all that good stuff and more. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. If you're watching this on the weekend, hope you're having a great weekend.